how to create a test order on Printify. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that here in this video. I'm also going to provide a few cautionary tips to make sure you're not breaking any laws or violating any payment processor guidelines that could potentially lead to your merchant account getting banned, which would obviously suck. Let's just jump into it. So to create a test order on your site, you can just come to the My Products section here, click Create Order, and then you want to select the sample option here. That's going to pull up a list of products. If you want, you can type a specific one. You know, I have like these ones here that show up, or if it's a recently created one, it'll just show up here. You can click it and it'll prompt you to select the specific size that you want to order. For this one, we'll go ahead and select the 20 by 30. And as you can see, we're at the create order section here. If you want, you can actually order multiple products. So this one here is a canvas art piece. Maybe you also want to test out the posters as well. So you might say, cool, I'm going to order this size here. So you can just get a general feel for the product quality. And really this is useful just for sort of testing out what your actual customer experience will be like before you commit to selling any one particular type of product. Because it would obviously be pretty stupid to do all the work in building a business around a product that customers end up hating and they're like, oh, this is crap. This actually saved my ass for one of my first print-on-demand stores. That's because I selected a certain type of t-shirt to sell. Everything looked good. I was ready to rock and roll. Just to be safe, I ordered a couple of samples. What I found out was the t-shirt smelled fucking terrible. It had some sort of like sour, vinegary, like slightly urine reminiscent smell to it. You know, the shirt smelled like somebody dipped it in vinegar and then sprinkled a couple drops of piss all over it. The cause ended up being just the particular printing process that particular shirt used, where just, you know, the chemicals that they used and actually printing the design on the shirt, for some reason, it just had that sort of a smell to it. This wasn't actually through Printify, this was through Printful, but I did the same thing. I ordered a test order and it was pretty clutch because, you know, it saved me from building a store focused around selling smelly t-shirts. Anyway, so we got our two products selected here for this test order. We're going to move to the shipping section next, and you're just going to enter your basic information, name, phone number, shipping address, all that good stuff. That's pretty straightforward. We're going to move over to calculate shipping next. Everything is good. I've got my sample products here. Here it tells me what I owe. And from here, you can just proceed to the payment page where you'll just finalize the payment and then we'll just ship it out to your selected address. So a few cautionary words now to make sure you're not violating any laws or payment processor guidelines when you go about doing test orders for your products. So I only learned this recently. A big mistake people make is instead of doing the test order using this method through Printify, a lot of people will actually come to their e-commerce website. This is not my store, by the way. I'm just using this as the example here. And here they'll place an order, they'll add the product to the cart, you know, they'll go through the full checkout flow and they'll basically order through their own store, you know, paying using their own credit card, and they'll try to process a sample order that way. So most payment processors actually have very clear rules against paying yourself through your own payment processor account. What I mean is, you know, if you have an e-commerce store where you're using Stripe to capture payments, if they see that you're making a payment to yourself on your own Stripe account, that's against their terms of service. You know, done at a large enough scale, it can be construed as money laundering from a legal standpoint. And pretty much all of the payment processors out there, you know, credit card companies, MasterCard, Visa, you name it, pretty much all of them have very strict restrictions to where you're just not allowed to do that. A lot of people make this mistake. Now, is this policed aggressively? Do people get away with this all the time? Of course. Bottom line is you just don't want to do anything to compromise your merchant account, you know, whether you're selling on Shopify, whether you're capturing payments using Stripe or some other processor. Really, as a general rule, it's safe to just assume that you're not supposed to do this because it would absolutely suck balls if you got your payment processor account restricted. There's even this thing called the match list where they'll put people on if they're just like repeat violators or, you know, really egregious violators of their payment processor terms of service. And that can make it hard to get accepted for really any payment processing account. I'm not trying to scare you here and, you know, tell you spooky bedtime stories or anything. Again, like I said, how aggressively is this actually policed is a different question. I'm just letting you know from a terms of service standpoint, this is something that could compromise your payment processor accounts and put you at risk. So if you're going to do a test order, you want to do it the right way, properly through the Printify interface using this order a sample method. And then finally, once you've tested your products and everything is good to go and you're ready to start building up your store, there's an easy way to save a tremendous amount of time on the process of creating your products, building up your store with listings, and that's to use this automation tool called the Bulk POD Product Creator. You know, coming into the Printify interface, finding your product, clicking around, selecting your variants, uploading your images, and then coming to the next page and typing the title and racking your brain to describe the artwork and coming up with the tags. It's a lot of boring, repetitive work that can take a tremendous amount of time, and this tool allows you to completely automate the creation of your Printify products. Super simple to use. All you got to do is select your image files here, select the product that you want to create more more of. Then just specify the rules for each created product. All you got to do is click Create My Products, and this tool will completely automate the creation of all your products on Printify. Then finally, if you're creating custom mockup images for all of your products, this Photoshop plugin allows you to completely automate the creation of all your mockup images. All you got to do is select the mockup template or folder of mockups to use, then select your input folder, which contains your artwork images to make mockups for. Finally, just specify the output folder that you want to dump your created mockups into, click Run, and this tool will automatically generate all your custom mockup images for you, completely automated, 100% on autopilot. You can find a link to both of these tools in the description. Drop a like if you found this helpful. That's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.